Hello students, welcome to the online classes. We are discussing chapter 13 of history, the national movement of India. And in this national movement we have discussed different topics. The formation of Swaraj Party and this national movement from 1923 to 1947. We have discussed Swaraj Party. We have discussed the revolutionary movement, and we have discussed that what was the Simon Commission, and we have also discussed the civil disobedience movement, and we have also discussed the Government of India Act, which was passed by British, and how it was not satisfactory. There were different discussion, 3 round table conference which were not fruitful, and the Government of India Act 1935 was passed, and the Congress won, the Minister won majority of seats in 5 provinces, but they resigned because the British government wanted India to join the Second World War, and India was not willing to join it in 1939. Up to this we have discussed. So we will start from the Second World War. The Second World War broke out in September 1939. The Viceroy declared India to be an ally of Britain. That means it will support Britain without even consulting the Indians. They didn't consult the Indians, and they decided that India will be an ally of the British. The Congress was against the use of Indian resources in the war. So the Congress was not agreed to use the resources in the war, because when there is a war, many things are required in order to fight the war. The Indian soldiers went there, the resources, raw materials go there, are spending. So the revenue of India was being spent on the expenses of war. Okay. The Congress opposed the aggressive policies of Germany and Italy, but was clearly stated that India could not fight for democracy of other nations when she herself was not free from foreign rule. So why they were not agreed on playing ally of British? Because India was struggling for freedom itself. So how can it fight for others' freedom when India is not itself free? So for this reason they were not agreed, but they were forced to join with the British. The Congress agreed to support the British only if they declared India to be an independent nation after the war. So on what condition the Congress agreed to support in World War II? That India will be an independent nation after the Second World War, after the war is finished. It also demanded the setting up of a representative government at the center during the war. So during the war there should be a representative government. The British government did not respond to the demands of the Congress. So the Congress demands were not responded by the British. They didn't heard about it. They didn't listen to it. They didn't pay attention towards it. Then what happened? The Congress minister resigned in November 1939. They resigned. The ministers who were appointed from Congress resigned. In the annual session, you know that Congress held annual session in different places. This time it was in Ramgarh in March 1940. The Congress offered to cooperate with the British government if it set up a provincial government at the center. So if there is a provincial government at the center, then they will be ready to support the British government. Okay, so then we will the August offer, the Viceroy, August 8, 1914. There was a offer which was known as August offer by Viceroy Lord Linlithgow. What was the main proposal of this? Setting up of a representative body for framing the constitution after the war, and increase in the number of Indians in the Executive Council. Okay. setting up of a representative body for framing in the constitution after the war, an increase in the number of Indians in the executive council. So the Indians were not participating in executive council, so it was demanded that. Setting up a war advisory council. So these were the August offer. The August offer was rejected by the Congress. Gandhiji launched the individual satyagraha on 17 October 1940. Strikes and demonstrations were held, and people expressed their feelings publicly about war. Many satyagrahis like Vinoba Bhave. So whatever offer was the British giving were not were not accepted by the leaders of the political parties from India, and it was not. They wanted full Swaraj, which the British were not giving. So today only up to this. Next, in the next class we will discuss further. See you in the next class.